Ok, siamo qua con Quyen, che si presenterà tra un secondo, che è la nostra coordinatrice qua in Vietnam e è la persona che gestisce tutti i programmi della zona di Ho Chi Minh City, che è il posto dove siamo adesso. Siamo qua nel loro ufficio, nella loro accommodation, dietro al Wall of Love, we can call it like that, il muro dove tutte le persone che passano qua, tutti i viaggiatori, gli lasciano le dediche, le foto, molto bello. E adesso ci racconta un pochettino, quindi switchiamo in inglese per capire un po' di più sui programmi, su come sono organizzati e per avere un po' di informazioni. You got it?
Okay, so I don't want to
Ciao,
say
Quyen.
Italy, but we can say ciao?
Ciao.
Ciao,
Yes.
yeah. So, hello everyone, can we say xin chào in Vietnamese? My name is Quyen, Quyen, and I am a country manager of Vietnam. So here we have about 10 people in our teams and they are all amazing. So in Ho Chi Minh City we have basically 6 programs. We have Culture Week, which is discovering Ho Chi Minh City and doing some cookings and tours around our area. And then we also have Vietnamese classes that actually every Monday we will have Vietnamese classes so people can also get to know some Vietnamese. And we have special need program where we work with disabled children and autism children. We have medical program where participants will actively and also doing some observations at the hospital. Not too far from here, right?
Very close actually,
Yeah.
very close.
And then we also have food outreach program, which is Andrea already visit. We serve about 400 to 800 portions a day for people that cannot afford for their meal. So they come over and then we cook a lot of food and it's quite busy that you just visit before. And we also have kindergarten program where we have lovely children around and we sing and then we dance and they learn English and they also feed the kids and that's a lot of fun. We also have teaching English program where you can actually participate with students around your age, or 18 to 24, something like that. And you have local teachers that you can work with them. So it's quite fun to have being people around. And you are not alone here because in Ho Chi Minh City, every week we have a newcomers. For this week, we have 26 people together. So basically, we are the biggest family ever in Vietnam. And on Monday, so this afternoon, you will join our family dinners. We have family dinner where newcomers and a participant already here that they will have combined together. We go out together for dinner. And then after that, we come home with some physical games to get bonding together.
So you say, like, tell a bit maybe about the accommodation, because maybe these people, maybe it's not super clear. Like, so we are in a university campus, right?
Yeah, we can say vocational college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the students is from 14 to 40 because it's vocational, so they don't limit the age.
Yeah,
But most
okay.
of them are from 18 to 22, 24. And we located on a top roof.
There is a very nice rooftop, just to be clear.
Yeah, and we have a nice patio
Yes,
that you already
patio
saw,
and everything.
where you can sit down and have some chat, and then we also have tea and coffee there. And the accommodation, we accommodate from 4 to 8 people a room. It depends on the season. And we don't put the toilet inside the room because you know with a few people in a room it's embarrassing sometimes if you need to have your own happy time. So we have a separate a restroom and then toilet, and then we also have hanging area, and then we have laundry. So basically our accommodation have everything around. Yesterday we tried local food, which is only 5 minutes away from here. And then we have coffee, which is 3 minutes away from here. We also have 2 convenience store 1 minute away. We have 4-star hotel just across the street. We have 2-star hotel just right in the front. So basically we are located in the area that you have everything, that you don't need anything. And if you want a super dynamic environment, you can just take a Grab for about 20 minutes. You go right to the city center where they have bar, pub, restaurant, international food and everything.
Yeah, here, like, they are also very close to the airport. I think we are
very much.
And here in Vietnam, like Southeast Asia, there is this super app that you download on your phone that is called Grab, which is a kind of Uber with Deliveroo with Glovo all together that you can use to just go around the city for very cheap, and therefore like when people have free time and they want to visit and to just go and sightseeing around, it's very easy to move there, like with this app. Also because the traffic is pretty crazy, like there are motorbikes everywhere, it's hot, so like
you have to admit that it's crazy but it's interesting, right?
It's crazy but it's interesting. No, it's definitely interesting. I mean, you people should be careful, that's for sure. But it's not,
that reason why
not crazy.
We not allow you to drive motorbike.
Exactly.
However, if you really want to try the motorbike, you can try grab bike with proper license and they qualified to drive on the street. Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the impact of this program. So what do you think, like let's say for every program that you mentioned, what are the main positive things that have the purpose, but also what you noticed over time, like that the
positive impact?
The positive impact is both on the program itself, the people that join, the people that participate, and so on and so forth. Because you were mentioning me some things, so maybe
so
just give an insight.
Each program they have different kind of impact on either participant or local people ourselves. So but let's talk about the food outreach, for example. That's a program that every day I volunteer there and help serving the food, having preparation. So just like you met the guy before, and they said that sometimes without volunteer, difficult for them to work because they short of hand.
Yeah.
So if we have volunteer, they come and help a lot. Except from that, also 17% of our fee is going for donate to the project.
Yeah.
And also our participants also donating to the project themselves as well. And talk about special need program that you visited this morning. Most of the kids there got donated, got the tuition donated by our company and our participant.
Which is a program that is inside the hospital, right? Just to clarify, because they have this public hospital where they run both the medical program for medical students and people who want to be in the in the agency,
medical field, in the
medical field, and they follow essentially the doctors and the nurses to do the work. And then downstairs at the ground floor there is this nursery. It's we can call it a nursery for
we call special need program or daycare program just for autism and disabled children.
Exactly.
So we have two separate areas. One area that we visit and feeding the kids is disabled. The other one is for autism kids. So we actually have an internship for those who study in special care for the kids. We have we have kids that the disabled kid that you see today. Normally, if they're staying at home, their parents just have nothing to do with them. They just sit down and doing nothing for the whole time. And the reason why they bring them there is because so they have volunteer, they play, and you dance too. So they draw.
It was a very embarrassing dancing, but we did it.
You did great.
Well.
So you see a lot of picture on the wall, right? That made by our volunteer and the kids. And then we have also like walking time that volunteer actually take them to walk around the hospital, which is at home. Their parents work a lot and they don't have time to do that, and they have people to talk, and they do physical therapy for them in the afternoon as well. So the parents appreciate so much, and sometimes they bring fruit, sometimes they bring cake, and they show appreciation to our volunteer as well as the company. And then we also have medical program. Why? Before volunteer come, the doctor and the nurses, just a few of them can speak barely English. But after 13 years working with a hospital, you can see most of the doctor and nurses now they can speak English. The physical therapists can speak English. They may be more open-minded. And of course, we also have some job exchange between volunteers and also the staff at the hospital. And they're going out after dinner. It's not about what you're doing. Not about what you are giving. It's also about what you're receiving as well. Because that's another way. We always say like giving is another way of receiving. So sometimes some volunteers share with me they came here with the mindset that they are giving away, but instead they receive so much in return.
Yeah, this is something that we promote a lot as well. And one thing that I noticed, for example, in the hospital around, like when you go to places where you're a foreigner and they're not used to see foreigners, you get these, people looking at you like, what is happening? In this hospital, like everybody was saying hello, like you will see that you were, welcome, even if clearly you're not one of the place. I can kind of understand that these people are used to seeing diversity around and appreciating this. And there is also like a lot of coexistence from what I can see between the professionals and the people who come outside. So you can sense it.
You also can see that in this college before we come.
I can imagine,
the student, when they see foreigner, they just run because they worry that if you stop and ask them some questions, they don't know how to answer. But since we started, 17% more of the students passing the English test. So we can see
that's a good achievement,
and the student come up and talk to me and they say, I was really worried before.
Okay.
But then the volunteer come to the restaurant and eat every day, so they have a chance of practicing. And then they come to the class every day, so they don't see foreigner as a scary person themselves anymore. So we can see that positive impact. And the kids in the kindergarten that you're visiting soon, the parents are super happy about that. So instead of they pay a lot to see foreigner before, now we have our staff, we have our volunteer. So when we don't have volunteer, there our staff going there and teach them as well. So the kid can be able to speak in English, the kids are more activated, they're more active, and they actually are not scared when they see foreigner anymore, and the parents giving a great feedback about the performance of our volunteer there. So
I think it's very empowering. Like we were talking about with Jess before, also the fact that like no matter how deep the teaching is or how elevated, because you can have volunteers that are experienced teachers that clearly are very good, but also volunteers that are least experienced teachers. But the point is that and also this is a feedback that we got from the team in Thailand. Like young children, they feel like just by being exposed to people that are diverse from them, that they speak another language, they get used to interact, and therefore their path to learning a different language gets accelerated simply because they have less barriers, they have more confidence, and this accelerates a lot the learning. I think you can see something like this. And one of the biggest levers that people in Vietnam, but in general, in all the developing countries, I would say, can pull to have a better, maybe even better jobs, better life conditions, is learning English. Like if they learn English and they can even just interact with foreigners, work in tourism, work online, this is a great skill. So I think
especially for this college,
especially for these guys, yes, of course.
And on top of everything you're talking about, like volunteering or participating in a program, I witnessed people actually married after volunteering here, and I see friendship for life.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see a lot of sharing here. They said they come here with no expectations, but at the end of the day, they earn so much for their life, especially for lifetime relationship as a friends. And they found the partner, and we have volunteer married with local too. So
yes.
Yeah.
Couples, okay, be careful, Italians, when you come. State attenti che qua.
Vietnamese would be more worried than Italian. So a lot of them traveling across the world to see each other after volunteering program. So that is much more than you go above and beyond what just you imagine. And some people come here for only 1 week, and they told me, I didn't know what to expect, and I'm scared because it's my first time in a strange country that I'm not used to the language, the culture, and the people. So they're too afraid to register for longer because what if they don't like it and they come here alone? Sorry.
No worries.
Because they come here alone, so they is more like afraid.
Of course.
Yeah, but then after Monday night, they get used to each other, they go to the program, and every program we have coordinator go together with them.
Of course.
So they don't feel like they're being left behind. They feel like they are part of the family. And
it's very easy to meet people and to just get along. This is the point. Also, for somebody who is shy and introvert, it's the feeling that you have being in accommodation, being around you guys, the coordinators that are doing.
And then we have people who can't even speak English.
Of
we have a few countries that they can't even speak English. But I'm telling you, the body language, the culture immersion, the family atmosphere is more than anything else that you can expect So normally for us, we don't say welcome to Vietnam, we say welcome home, because this will be your second home away from home. And our staff, also other volunteers, will treat you exactly like our family members.
Wow.
So
That's great.
it's not just about you going to a stranger place. We welcome you and make you become a part of us.
And
So-
it's I can confirm that this is a feeling that it's transmitted. Like also talking to the volunteers. I mean, here I relatively met few people, but in the previous locations that we visited, like you can really feel this type of connection, because there is value in a traveler meeting other travelers, but also I think actually that one of the biggest values is for example what we are doing now together. Travelers meeting the local team and local people that actually make you leave the place as a local, which is like tremendously different from being a tourist and just going around, because you simply have a much more deep connection and more let's say grounded cultural experience, which is ultimately what leads to a good memory in the end of the day, to a good memory and a good impact for the person who is going and the person who is receiving. So I think this is one of the biggest values over here.
We have volunteers that keep coming every year. We have people staying for 6 months.
Wow.
So he came for a month, and then 2 months, and then 3 months, and then a month.
So
The longest stay is a year.
Wow.
So
1 year.
they come
full.
for 2 months,
Wow.
and then continue extending for a year. So if you want to break a record, stay for more than a year.
If you want to stay more than 1 year, just please give it a call.
Yeah. Italian have 45 days free entrance.
Well,
so basically, if you
it's
want to
true.
come
You don't need
for
a visa.
45, yeah, you don't need a visa.
You don't need a
Just
visa.
book a
Until
ticket.
45 days, you don't need a visa. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Which is
Unless
pretty
you
good.
want to stay for 1 year with me, then
In this case, we can help. Like
we can do
help
that.
you with the visa.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's
Thank you,
also
Quyen, yeah.
very close by Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia,
it's
and
super
the
easy to
ticket
travel.
is cheap. So
It's easy
maybe
to
on the
travel.
weekend you can take your time to travel around Vietnam, travel Southeast
Exactly.
Asia, super
Exactly.
easy. Yeah.
Thank you, Quyen. Yeah. What else do you
welcome.
want to tell us? Is there anything else that you think we should touch? Our people should know, and maybe I should know. I don't
You
know
won't be
everything.
kidnapped in Vietnam, but I'm worried that you're gonna love Vietnam so much and you stay longer. So the only thing I can say is it take a try to know. So if you never tried it before, you never try exploring the world, trying to helping other people, or trying to engage in a community work, and then this is a chance for you to come to Southeast Asia, come to Vietnam and discover not just only the culture, discover yourself, because sometimes you don't know what you want to do, what is actually good for you. If you need some time to think about that and need some time to find out who you are or what you want to do, we have a lot of people like that coming
100%.
to find themselves and also helping people while you still thinking who you are in this planet. So just come over and again, welcome home.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, it's a really interesting concept, and it's what I was telling you the other day, that I think it's very difficult to transmit this thing that you just said, which is so true, but at the same time so hard to understand from somebody who is maybe in this point of the life where they want this change, but they are scared or not really aware that this is actually the right way to do it. So part of our job is to try to make people understand that this is really something worth it, worth the time, worth the money, worth the travel, worth everything, because the return on your own person, it's
You come
endless.
with empty hand, you come
Yes.
back with full heart. So nothing
and
to
full,
lose.
and full brain and full
Yeah.
belly as well, because
Belly,
you eat a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah, I can tell Vietnam have amazing cuisine
So
that
much,
you
so
will
much.
discover. I think Italian have good food too, but I'm
Oh, thank you.
proudly to
Thank you.
say
Okay.
Vietnamese food is better.
We will organize like a food challenge at a certain point. to
Yeah,
make, like
so
Italy
wait
versus
for that.
Vietnam. See who's gonna win with an international, let's say, jury to understand,
Okay.
to evaluate.
Yeah, get your belly ready.
Thank you so much, Queen.
You're welcome.
Grazie mille. Ciao,
See
ragazzi.
you.